Okay, so today we're going to be talking about quadratic equations. So in math, we define a quadratic equation as an equation of degree 2, meaning that the highest exponent of this function is 2. The standard form of the quadratic equation is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are numbers and cannot be 0.
The quadratic formula that we use to solve quadratic equations is minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, knowing this, we move on to our first example, where the equation is 2x squared minus 6x minus 4. So, our first step is to plug in our values into the quadratic formula. Once we do this, we would get minus 6 plus minus the square root of minus 6 squared minus 4 times 2 and negative 4 all over 2 times 2. Once we simplify this, we would get 6 plus minus the square root of 36 plus 32 all over 4. Now, our next step is to simplify the numbers in the radical. And once we do that, we get 6 plus minus the square root of 68 over 4. To further simplify this, we reduce the radical by getting 6 plus minus the square root, or 2 square roots of 17 all over 4. And now, to finally simplify this, we take the 2 out of the whole entire equation. So, we would end up getting 3 plus minus 2, or 1 square root of 17 over 2. And that is our final answer. Moving on to the second equation, we have 6x squared plus 2x minus 8. And just as we did in the first example, we are going to plug in our values into the quadratic formula. So, we would get minus 2 plus minus 2 squared minus 4 times 6 and times minus 8 all over 2 times 6. Now to simplify this, we would get minus 2 plus minus the square root of 4 plus 192 over 12. And just as we did in the first problem, we will reduce the numbers in the radical to get minus 2 plus minus the square root of 196 over 12. Conveniently, the square root of 196 is 14. So, we would get minus 2 plus minus 14 over 12. Now, we can take a 2 out, just as we did in the first example, and end up getting minus 1 plus minus 7 over 6. Now, due to the plus minus, we have 2 answers to this equation. If we did minus 1 plus 7 over 6, it would simplify to 6 over 6, which is equivalent to 1. And if we did minus 1 minus 7 over 6, it would simplify to minus 8 over 6, which simplifies to minus 4/3. And that is our final answer. And those are our examples on quadratic equations.